Hi, this is Ant from Speakerstack Music. In today's video we're going to continue with creating an Ableton song from scratch. Each video is going to focus on a particular instrument. This is video 6 in that sequence of videos, and in today's video we're going to focus on adding in a pad or a pad synthesizer sound into the song just to fill it out and give it a little bit more texture. So we're adding in what's known as MIDI information, because this isn't a live instrument that we're playing in like a guitar or vocals. We're actually going to be playing notes into Ableton, and we need to be telling Ableton what instrument to use to play those notes back to us. So again, it's very similar to the bass synth we added in. So we need to actually create a channel or a track, and then tell Ableton what instrument we want to drop into that channel and track, and then play in the notes or the chords that we want. And then Ableton will then play those notes back using that instrument that we've told it to play it back with. So before we actually record it in, we need to create an instrument channel for the pad synth. So it's a MIDI channel, so we're going to insert a MIDI track. We're going to arm it because we're going to be recording into it. And then we're going to drop in an instrument into the channel to tell Ableton how to play the sounds back to us. So if we go into Ableton's library of sounds, I'm going to go into the operator drop down menu, the operator synthesizer and the sounds within that. I'm going to go to the pad section, and then right down at the bottom there's a really nice organ pad which is called Swept Organ Pad, which I'm going to drop into the track. So I'm just going to click on that, drag it across, hover over the right channel that we want to drop it into, and then just let go, and you'll see it's dropped the instrument in there. So you can see that at the bottom it's telling you that that Swept Organ Pad has been dropped in there as that instrument, and actually Ableton has renamed the channel as the Swept Organ, which it kind of sums it up. So we'll stick with that name, and we know exactly what's in that channel as we proceed and record stuff in. So we've told it what instrument sound to play back the notes in, but we haven't told it what notes to play yet. So we still need to play in those notes either through a MIDI keyboard or on the computer's keyboard, or by drawing in the notes in the clip view section. Whatever way that you want to do it, we actually need to tell Ableton what notes to play back. So I'm going to use a MIDI controller, and we're going to play those notes back, and I think the sound is going to come out something like this. So it's quite a full sound, quite a soft sound, which I think would work really well with the chords. So let's just start recording and just see what happens. So we're clicking on the intro section of the song. And if I just click on that and create a clip, and then increase the length of the clip, because again we want to capture a longer loop of sound. That's all set up nicely. Click on the clip, and then if we click the session record button, the circular button here, once we're on the clip, that should set us up nicely, and hopefully will give us a lead in. Okay, right, so we've actually got 4 bars there that are looping round and round, but it's actually it's only really going twice through the pattern, much in the same way that the bass synthesizer was, which is absolutely fine. And we've captured that as an initial idea within the Swept Organ sound. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and the chords that I play were very much around the guitar chords. Again, there's a kind of a circular pattern motif that we're working with, 3 chords on the guitar, but we're adding in a fourth chord on the organ just to give it a bit more variety. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to drag it into the choruses because I think that would work really well as a chorus of middle 8 sounds. Let's just play back one of those choruses and see how that sounds. Okay, great. Sounding really good. It's sounding quite loud in the mix, so I'm just going to adjust the volume of the swept organ sound. And I'm also just going to have a quick listen to how the sounds are, how they're kind of fitting together in the stereo mix. And I think I'm just going to pan them to either side. So let's just have a quick listen to how that might sound. There you go, great. So I've just created a bit of space in the mix simply by panning the rhythm guitar off to the left and the swept organ off to the right. I'm going to keep the bass synth as central, and I'm going to keep the drums as central. It's a really good idea to always keep those lower frequency sound like bass sounds or kick drum sounds center in the mix, because they're kind of rooting the song together in those bottom frequencies, giving it that kind of stability it needs. Okay, so now we've got something for the choruses. We need to add something for the intro and the verse, and I'm going to try something a little bit different for those. So it's going to create a clip in the intro section. I'm going to make the length of that a little bit longer, just so we can play something for a bit longer, capture some ideas. Got clicked on that. I'm just going to check the quantization. We do still have that 16th note triplets quantization, so hopefully it will make sure that whatever I'm playing remains in time. We've clicked on the clip, so now we just go to the session record button. It should give us a lead in, and I'm going to record a new idea in that bit. Okay, so I've captured the idea, but the quantization didn't quite work. So, and also there were a few bum notes in there as well, which is probably to do with my fat fingers on the keyboard. So I'm just going to delete that clip. I'm just going to try that again with a different quantization. So again, let's put the length in. And let's just try 30-second note quantization. Hopefully that will work. We're on it. We've increased the length. It's all armed. Session record button, and we're away. That's right. There's a few bum notes in there. I'm just going to edit those out. So that's been edited out. So we've got a nice idea of that, but I'm going to bring that in for the verses. So let's just copy that across and paste. Let's just take it out of the intro section, drop it in the second verse, and I think I will put it in the build-up as well. So let's just see how that starts, how that's starting to sound now we've added that in. Yeah, it's okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm repeating actually what I'm playing, so I'm just going to cheat a little bit and actually just reduce the length of the clip. And we can probably get away with just having 2 full bars. Let's just see if that works. Okay, let's just stop it there a second. So I think just around the timing of this, let's just try and move these notes back and just see if that makes a difference. Let's just try that with everything else playing. There we go. I was just trying to locate which of those notes wasn't working. So I have moved that section just forward a little bit, and I think that's starting to work in terms of the timings. The rest of it sounds okay. So a little bit of a cheat, but we only really need one loop round of the sound, so that's okay now, that's all fixed. So I'm just going to stop that. And we just need to do what we've just done in that verse in the other verse, which will pop in there, and I think we also want it in the build-up as well. So let's just play that back and give us an idea of how that's sounding. Fantastic, great stuff. So I think that's all I want to do on the swept organ for the time being. We've created a structure for that instrument in the song. We've worked out how it fits around everything else. We've got some definition between what we're playing in the verse and what we're playing in the chorus. So I think I'm going to leave that as it stands. We can always adjust it at a later date. So that concludes video number 6. In the next video, video 7, I'm going to be dropping in some lead guitar. So thank you for viewing, and if you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks very much.